And hello there, welcome back to the Virtual Writing Academy. Today we have another quick episode, and as you can imagine, I'm not home. I'm somewhere else. And if you have been following this VWA series, you will know, maybe you can even assess as to where I am right now. There are so many glow spots on my face right now, but you know what, it's fine. This ain't even my camera. This ain't even my room. I'm somewhere else. I'm over at Kitty's place because of reasons. And the alternatives were this. I either A, did not provide you videos this week, or B, I made them look like this. So, as you can imagine, because you're kind of watching this video right now, this is what's happening. Consider this another one of those moments where the substitute writing advice teacher rolls in, and the camera rolls in a TV, puts in a DVD, and my face pops up on the screen. I'm gonna assume today, because it's really hot, and I'm also really busy today, I'm gonna assume that you know how this thing goes, okay? We're going to kind of jump in today. If you're new to the series, I would beg you to go to a previous episode, preferably episode 1, and move on from there. Today I'm just gonna assume that you know what's going on, you know what the dealio is. Today we're going to be talking about a little bit on the subject of showing versus telling, or in this particular case, summary. I'm gonna assume right now, at the count of 3, that you have gathered your writing utensils and open up your writing software of choice. Remember, there'll be music in this video. There is time for you to write in this actual video. I'm doing the explanation again, even though I told you I wasn't gonna do the explanation. But hey, you know what? It's fine. So yeah, 10 minutes to write, music, a little bit of writing advice along the way. Let's start. 3, 2, 1. Okay, you're in here. You're ready to get writing done. I'm gonna assume this is not your first episode. Please don't make it your first episode. But anyhow, as always, remember the purpose of this lesson is for you to get some writing done and nothing else. This is not about who can make the prompt the most truest to the message I'm trying to convey across. It's just about having fun and making it work with whatever project you're doing right now. Man, it's hot in here. Man, it's really hot in this place. Anyhow, okay, so without any further ado, I assume you're ready to get moving. Today's prompt is gonna go a little bit like this. It is titled, The Journey There. Write a scene where you summarize your character's journey across a great distance. Note that the focus of this is to summarize your character's journey from one place to another. I have a really good track today. Like a really good track for this. If you're writing a fantasy story, this is the best chance to write a summary spanning, you know, what the characters did and what they encountered from point A to point B, from that city to the other city. So this can also apply to other sort of genres. The stuff that happened while the spaceship was, you know, going from one star system to the other, or the things that happened while your cool teenagers were having that part of the road trip that wasn't very exciting. In writing, you don't have to tell your readers everything. Summary is one of your friends. Today, you're gonna focus on summarizing your character's journey from one place to the next. The catch, though? There's always a catch. The catch, though, they get lost along the way. Summarize what happened. Who made the mistake? What did they think was gonna happen? And how exactly did they get lost? Was it for the better? Was it for the worst? Alright. Now, if you have a story that you're working on, I am pretty certain that you can find a place to slide like the readers in, or a place to take for this particular prompt. You know, the stuff that happened between A and B. A lot of writers struggle with that. You know, do I tell the reader everything that happened? The answer, of course, is no. You summarize it as how we're going to be doing today. What happened? What did they see? Where did they go? Now. If you don't have a character, and you don't have a story, and you don't know what to do, I'm gonna give you something, okay? Instead of the first line, I'm gonna give you a scenario, okay? Pick a character, or you can create one, that's fine. This character is going back home. They went to college, maybe they went off to fight the war, maybe this is the first time they're ever gonna go to the place that is supposedly the place they were born. They're going back home. Summarize their journey, and summarize how they got lost along the way. Okay, remember, be brave, jump in, grab your pen or pencil, put those fingers on the keyboard and get ready because there's 10 minutes to write here. 10 minutes allocated just for you, and a really fantastic song. Darn, this is a really good song and I hope you enjoy it. But be brave, don't hesitate, just get those words on the paper, okay? Get words on the paper. They don't have to be pretty, they just have to be written, okay? Okay, it begins at the count of 3, 2, 1, go! 60 seconds remaining. Alright, time's up! Pencils down, fingers off the keyboard! If you minimize this video, please bring it back up. It's real hot in here. It's real hot in Kitty's house right now. Let me just fan myself with my notes. Hopefully this won't sound awful on the editing. And if not, well, you're gonna have to put up with it. Now, as for today's exercise, let me give you a little bit of insight. Because if you have been following my blog slash my channel, you already know what I think about showing versus telling. Show versus tell is a thing that people say a lot when it comes to writing, but seldom describe, which is really funny once you actually understand what they mean. I made a video on this channel a while back called Show versus Tell. You can look it up. It will go into way more detail than what I am about to tell you right now. People say show, don't tell. Show the reader things that are happening. Don't tell them they are happening. But ironically so today, you told them what happened. Character A and B went here, and this happened. They went across this part of the mountain and they got lost. But they found their way back again through a river and they camped and they shared songs. And hopefully you didn't just splice a bunch of sentences together, but you told the reader, sentence by sentence, piece of description by description, what happened on the way there. And as I let the show in the beginning, you don't have to tell the reader everything. You know, what do you think is most effective? To spend a page and a half, 2 pages, telling the reader how the journey from A to B actually was, as opposed to actually spending chapters going, step by step, little thing by little thing. Not everything is important. And sometimes you really just want to skip to the next part of the story, especially when it's just a really boring journey. Or just a regular journey, or just nothing very exciting happens. Now, back to show versus tell. What does it really mean? What does it mean, I wonder? Because I didn't understand show versus tell until a very dear teacher of mine explained it to me. It's not show versus tell, it's description versus summary. When you want to show the reader something, you describe it to them. You describe it so that they can imagine it in their own mind's eye, and thus become more connected with them. You tell the reader things to summarize those things so that the reader understands a large amount of information without being overwhelmed. These are 2 very important tools of your writer's toolbox, and I stand here against the opposition of people who say that it should always be show, never tell. And I think that's silly. I think these are different tools that serve different purposes. If you describe everything in your book, the book will go on forever. Sometimes you gotta summarize. The next morning, our character woke up. You're not gonna describe everything that happened over the night, would you? No, that's silly. You're already doing summary and description in your stories. It's just a matter of realizing when one is most effective than other. And I think, for really large moments of traveling, Summarizing things is the most effective. But alright, I've gone on way too long. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you feel so inclined as to share it with us in the comments down below, or posting it on Wattpad, please, or Tumblr, please feel free to use the tags on the screen right now. And I would also welcome your feedback regarding this. I'm really sorry about the setup, and I'm sorry about the Camp NaNoWriMo stuff is gonna get a little bit delayed because I'm not home right now, and I don't have my regular setup. This is not even my camera. But anyhow, additional to that, the track you heard today was Fixations by River Sound and OCRemix.org. Check out OCRemix, you can go download this track right now for free. It's a great track, I freaking love this track. It's part of a Final Fantasy IX remix album, and it's like 4 discs, free to download, and it's amazing. If you want another track from that that's also really good, Exploda. EXPLODA is another fantastic track in that album. But anyhow, link to that track and the track you're hearing right now in the description down below. If you enjoy my videos and want to make sure that I can continue on making them for the foreseeable future, please consider pledging to my Patreon. You can get really cool perks like watching my videos early and other cool things like that. But if you want to support my channel and Patreon's not your cup of tea, how about a cup of coffee? This is not coffee. Wow, this is like really decaf coffee. It's all clear and everything. Ha, secretly, it's just like vodka. That's not true. That would be ridiculous. I would die. But yes, one-time donation, link in the description down below. Go buy me a coffee. For the time being, we're now in the formal outro. On the screen right now, playlist up here with all of my virtual writing academies for you to check out and get some writing done. Down here, Patreon. Up here, my little pixel face where you can click on to subscribe. And down here, a link to my other channel with Kitty, where we are very silly people, and we record these videos right here. So, if you want some of that silliness, go check it out. But for the time being, thank you for tagging along. Thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me. And I hope to see you on the next one. Class dismissed.